So this is the material we're gonna use. It's a underfelt poly something, whatever the word is. I'll put it on the screen. I know it looks a little wrinkled. I was a little concerned or hesitant about it, but it's smooth, it's not gonna ply, and this can be used as like a marine carpet, so water resistant. It shouldn't form mold or anything. So this is what we're gonna use. And then Lowe's was out of a lot of adhesive, so I have two different kinds. We will let you guys know which one seems to work the best. I got plenty of room over this way. And then you wait like a minute or so. Think it's been a minute?
No. It's been 25 seconds.
So there's Velcro along the door frame thing for the bug net, and carpet apparently sticks right to it. So this is very helpful. All right, guys, surprisingly, this is the hardest project that I've done, at least myself. If I didn't have my dad's help for like the bed and the floor, it might be a different story. On the walls, on the inside, it's good, but the doors, especially in the back over here, it's just an absolute nightmare. I have had to stop myself and like take deep breaths and try to stop from crying multiple times because it's just so hard to bend it around the curves, and then you've got to stretch it, and then it's like there's tension, so you have to like cut it. Realistically, there's not any perfect way to do this. There's no way I could have done this without having creases or cuts. So I'm gonna just have to use patches and put a patch behind each of these slits. It's not that big of a deal because I am gonna have curtains that are going on top and are mostly gonna be closed. Obviously you are still gonna see the patchwork when it's open, but there's no way around it. If you're covering it with fabric, there's no way around being able to have it completely flat. It just is what it is. So first I'm gluing the patches behind it, and then once I'm all done with that, I'll go ahead and glue the rest of it down over top of the patches. So my perfectionist self really was not happy with how this was looking, and there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. I had to create these gaps, I had to create little patches underneath, but I ended up figuring out that if I create another patch and fill this spot like perfectly, it blends a lot better. So for all of these areas where I had to fill, I'm gonna go and create little patches just to make it look perfect. All right, so here it is before. Here's my little pocket piece. Honestly, it kind of works. So out of all of the glues and adhesives, the hot glue gun definitely was the easiest. Now we will see how that holds up over time in heat. I don't know if the glue is going to melt, but it was definitely the easiest to apply, and the super glue was the messiest. I'm gonna see if some adhesive remover should take that all right out. All right, so time to show the finished product. And honestly, I'm really happy with it. It was very frustrating during the process, and I was definitely second guessing my decision, but at the end of the day, I am very happy with what I went with. I think that the color is perfect. It blends with the front well to where it's not too similar, but it's not so contrasting that they look terrible together. And especially considering how difficult those two back doors are, I'm so happy with how it came out. I know that along the edges up through here, it's a little sketchy looking, but there's gonna be cabinets up here, and then we're gonna be putting trim along the top. So realistically, it's not gonna be that visible or obvious. These back doors were definitely testing my patience, and we'll go back there in a minute, but I wanted to show the basic interior of the van. Now there are gonna be cabinets here, there's gonna be cabinets along the bottom here. So realistically, a lot of it isn't going to be visible. Here's the door. So up here I had to do like a fold type thing, but I don't think it looks that bad. I'm honestly very happy with how it came out. Now on this door, I did not put black trim. I didn't think it was necessary, and I thought it would kind of get in the way. We already had enough issues with this door with the step that I didn't want to create anything else that was going to create a problem. So as of right now, I'm not putting any trim along here. I think it looks fine without it. And when the door is closed, you can't see the edges anyway. So I think that putting trim along that part would just get in the way. Okay, now onto these back doors. And the trim was a lot more necessary back here just to kind of keep it cleaner, keep everything closed off. When these doors are open, you see the whole thing. When the other doors are open, you don't see it. It goes tucked away. So that's why I thought it was much more necessary to have the trim back here. And I don't think that that front door needs it. And this is essentially the garage anyway, so I wasn't worried about anything kind of below halfway through the window. The top portion is what you're gonna see over the bed. So that part is honestly fine. That doesn't look bad at all. It was really just down here where we ran into a lot of issues, where we had to do these patches and we had to make cuts, and there was a lot going on. Now as far as adhesive goes, this was the main one that I ended up using. I didn't notice a whole lot of a difference between the Loctite adhesive and this one, but I think the main thing here is that you want to get something that's heat and moisture resistant. It probably doesn't matter much what brand you use. And I'm definitely glad that I went with a softer material for the walls, like a carpet rather than wood or something hard, because you are outside, you are more exposed to the elements. So it was really important to me to try to make it feel a little cozier in here, and the carpet really did that. This is going to be a game changer for sleeping against rather than the hard cold surface like wood or even just the metal from the van. Now we decided not to do the underneath of the bed because this is the garage area, and there's really no reason for this to be covered in carpet. Eventually this is going to be blocked off here, and we're not going to be like living under here. This is just going to be storage. And honestly, I don't think the wood looks bad. Essentially for storage, I think it looks just fine.